Alright, so got a video here today about learning characters. How to pick up a new character, whether you already have a main or whether you're trying to find a main. This is how you should approach learning a new character in general. I'm going to use Heihachi as the example, and the first thing we're going to do when you want to learn a character is, this is my opinion, the first thing, most important thing you have to learn when trying to pick up a new character is what are your new character's punishment tools. To start off, you really just want to know their 10 frame, a 12 frame punish that's useful, and a 15 frame punish for, launching powerful attacks from your opponent. So let's check out what we got right now. So I've got a 12 frame, a minus 12 on block move with Kazuya, a minus 10 on block move with Kazuya, and then once he does it, you'll see, there you go, minus 15 with tsunami kicks. So what I'm doing is I'm setting the dummy to do a drill of moves that I know the frame data on block. So here, if you want a character to practice on, that your 10 frame, your 12 frame, and your 15 frame punishment tools, pick up Kazuya. Grab Kazuya as the training dummy and get him to do the exact same moves I programmed him to do here, just in case you don't know the frame data for other characters in the game. At least now you've got one character to reference, so there you go. Hope that helps in that regard, using him as a training dummy anyways. So we're going to set the dummy to do the drill. He's going to go through the attacks, and I'm going to try to punish each move as I see fit. The 10 frame needs to be punished with my jab punish. 12 frame, I'm going to try to punish with my 12 frame. But if I do the jab punish too, I'm still okay with that as well. And tsunami kicks, when he does that, I'm going to either do this or I'm going to do electric, if I can fucking do it. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. One thing I want to add in here, though, is if you are late on the punish and you don't get the punish, it's okay. Just make sure you throw out the proper punish after you see the move. If you see the move and your brain has to think for a second, oh, what punish is that again? And then you do it and it's late, it's fine. It's better to be late and correct than on time but incorrect, So you just need to get the muscle memory down pat. So let's see what we got. So that's the wrong punish, but I'm going for it anyways. So there's electric. You get the idea, right? Like, you just, as long as you do the correct punish, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to have the punish. It doesn't have to be, doesn't have to say punish on the screen there. Just make sure you do the correct punish for the corresponding moves. From here, we can add on a few other moves, like there's also 13 frame punishes, 14 frame punishes, like stuff like that. Moves that you would do to punish moves that are long range attacks, we can add those in. So really what you want to know is, don't necessarily worry about your 13 and your 14 frame punish for your standing moves. What do we got here? So there's Heihachi's long range punish. We need to do that in order to get any damage for that move, because you can electric it, but it's a lot more difficult than you think. So we just go for Iron Hand. Since it's minus 19, it's a long-range attack. Everybody has a move that hits from pretty far away that's a long-range attack. Some characters are fortunate enough to even have launchers that do that. But you need to find your character's long-range punish. For Heihachi, it's Iron Hand, QC at 2. For Kazuya, it's back 4. For Paul Phoenix, it's Death Fist. It depends on the character, really. But for Devil Jin, for example, it's up 4, 3 plus 4. Those are their long-range punishers. And you need to know that on top of your 10, 12, and 15 frame punishes. We got while-standing punishers as well that you have to add in. So what about those? You got your 11 frame, typically, 11 frame while-standing punish. Sometimes you have only a 13 or 14, depending on what it is. Some characters don't even have any 13 or 14 frame while standing punish. Sometimes all you got is your 11 frame. Some characters like Lee are fortunate enough to have a 10 frame punish from while standing with while standing 3. Those axe kicks are 10 frames to impact, so Lee's pretty fortunate in that sense. When it comes to Heihachi, he's got a pretty solid 13 frame while standing punish. You can do that, or you can do the Omen. It's a little bit more damage for Omen, but regardless, 13 frame punish from while standing is pretty fantastic. And then at 15 frames, Heihachi has a 15 frame while standing punish. That's actually pretty fucking great. We're going to go over what moves, you know, you're going to use in what scenarios. So let's see what we got here. So there's the wild standing one. You get the idea, right? You need to see the punishers, see the move, and do the corresponding punish, and there you go. There's your punishment tools for the character. As long as you know your 3 punishers for standing and your 2 to 3 punishers for while standing, then you're all set. It's only a matter of learning the matchups and learning what punishers go with what moves now. Next thing we need to learn are the combos. So anytime we get a launch, we need to find a combo with whatever that launcher happens to be. A lot of launchers share combos, in which case, by which I mean every launcher, you can basically translate the combo that follows with, say, an electric from Heihachi to all of Heihachi's launchers. It doesn't really matter what the launcher is. So what you need to worry about is just making sure that you land the timing properly for the combo. Some launchers have different timing than others, so just make sure you've got that, and then the rest of the combo is just basically copy-paste. So there's a lot of characters in the game that are fortunate enough to have that as a concept. Heihachi's one of them, so we can do a couple combos with him. So there's one for electric. As you can see, 442 has the exact same combo. Even counter hit back 4 has the same combo. They're all virtually the same. But you also have to figure out what combo they have for low parries. Let's do a low parry. It might be the exact same thing, I guess. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty decent for a low parry. 46 damage for low parry. Let's see how much we can get with wall. $71 with wall from a low parry. That's pretty good. So it's virtually the exact same combo again, as you saw. It's more or less the same thing. I'm sure there are other combos that you can get with Heihachi, but those are essentially what you want to look for. Find your launchers, whatever they may be, counter hit or otherwise, and then find combos with that. The best thing to do, check YouTube videos for combos. With Heihachi, I'll make a video on how to play the character in a later video. But in this scenario, that's basically the combo that I go for. My staple is the 2 electrics into the rest of the shit. Check out some combo videos, learn how to do their combos, learn the timing, and then just learn how to translate those combos with each launcher that you have. There you go. That's priority number 2. Moving on to number 3. Priority number 3 would be learning their poke game. Your best pokes. In almost all scenarios, jab will always be one of your better pokes. 13 frame mid. Some low poke of your choice that's not too dangerous. Something you can just kind of throw out there. And then, you know, if you're Heihachi and you don't really have any decent lows, then you kind of just have to go for the bullshit that is what it is, right? This is not a good poke with Heihachi, so don't go with that move. But, you know, learn your better pokes. So 10 frame moves, usually 13 frame down forward ones are fantastic. It depends on the character. Heihachi's is not that great because it's -5 on block. So it doesn't allow for you to continue momentum, essentially. So you really have to just use other moves that allow you to do plus frames instead of doing your down forward 1. But you can do forward 4 into down forward 1, or you can mix up the down forward 1 2 timing. So Heihachi can still do some damage with down forward 1. It's a little different now. You can't just spam this shit. Down forward 1s, jabs, and a low poke of your choosing. Those are pretty much the go-to poking tools. You're not really going to go past 14 frames when discussing pokes. Pokes are supposed to be fast attacks that allow you to continue momentum and are pretty much always safe on block, and sometimes even track a little bit to both sides. Pokes are supposed to be really, really good moves that don't do a lot of damage, but they're fantastic for small Tekken. So 10 to 14 frame moves. Stick with those. If you have a 13 frame down forward 1, you're in fantastic shape. If your 13 frame down forward 1 does some decent damage, you're in even better shape. And if it tracks a little bit, you're in better shape. On top of that, if it's like -1 to -3, you're in fantastic fucking shape. That down forward 1 is amazing. If your down forward 1 is -1, then it's one of the best down forward 1s in the game. So, like Leo's, for example, fucking amazing down forward 1. Occasionally you'll have to go with a 14 frame poke like Kazuya does, and then you have a low poke of your choosing depending on what the character is that you're using. So, those are the poke games. Hopefully you have a character that has a decent poke game. Kazuya's is trash. Heihachi's is somewhat okay. It depends on the character. Some characters have amazing poke games. So let's do the number 4 priority now. The number 4, we got heat engagers and heat tools in general. This is the other major thing you need to check out. Once you've got your punishment tools down, you've got combos, in your memory banks, you've got some pokes, you're ready to go pretty much into a fight now. But you still need heat tools because it's Tekken 8. So heat engagers and heat tools in general are the next most important thing that you could do. In this case, with Heihachi, we've got Iron Hand, which we talked about already, is one of the better punishment tools. It's also 14 frame punish, but it's our long range punish, and it's a heat engager. You have heat engagers at a stance, so this can be a heat engager that you'll do once if your opponent's respecting you up to 4-3, or if you've just landed 4-3, then stance 1-1 is guaranteed. So it'll just connect. So there's that one. Heihachi's also got this, which is his parry. Fantastic heat engager. He's got his demon paw, which, I mean, who doesn't love a demon paw? It's fucking fantastic. 4-4, 1+2. Every Mishima has a demon paw, including Reina, technically. Although hers is like, I don't know, Raiden isn't really a demon paw, but they're all fucking nuts moves. And of course, he's got up 2-1, which is a solid, it's a solid move. Doesn't really have a whole lot of purpose because I guess you can do it out of sidestep if you want. You can sidestep left into it pretty easily. It's pretty good for that. You can sidestep right into it if you do up forward 1 or up forward 2-1 as well. So it's a decent move. It can give you it can be built into some natural evasion, so which gives it a little more usefulness. But I don't really consider it that great of a heat engager considering the other tools we just saw. So those are his heat engagers. But what else does he do once he's in heat? So we know that you can do cool shit like this, probably to end a combo. This is a ridiculous move considering how much heat it takes and how much damage it does, and what it is. It's a homing move that's very slow, but it's a homing move that's +2 on block, does a bunch of chip damage, and is fucking insane if it connects. So, ridiculously good move. And then just figure out your heat dash combos, and which are usually an extended version of your typical combos. Just maybe a couple extra added hits. From there, you're going to really just combine all that information together. So, what do we have? We have punishment. Now we know what to do for defense. We have combos. We know how to get damage. We have pokes. We know a little bit about offense now. So we got offense, defense, and damage. And heat is a major part of all of those things. that kind of wraps it all up into a full package. But are we able to compete against like blue rank, gold rank, high level players, tournament players with fucking just those tools alone? No, because it's Tekken 8, baby. So we also need, for the last little bit of the video, we need priority number 5, which is a bundle of different shit. So basically, you're going to be looking at your Power Crush tools, which are this type of shit, Power Crush, and then check out how good your Heat Burst is, of course, as well. Check out how good your Heat Smash is. It's, of course, an amazing thing that you need to know for your Heat tools as well, by the way, which I forgot to mention for Heat tools, but whatever, mentioned it now. So Power Crush tools, because Tekken 8 is all about abusing the fuck out of armor moves. Everybody loves to do it, so learn your Power Crushes. Heihachi's isn't very good. Neither is Kazuya's. Neither is Devil Jin's. The Mishimas have pretty trash armor moves. I guess Devil Jin's armor parry is pretty decent, but besides that, it's the three of them have trash armor moves. That's just Mishima style. As far as throws, check out your throw game. Do you have a perfect throw game? Do you have a 1, a 2, and a 1+2 break with your main character or with your new character? Heihachi doesn't. Heihachi's got a 1+2, a 1, and a 2 break. Or a 1+2, and then the standard throws, I mean. So this is broken with 1 or 2. Same with this, broken with 1 or 2. This is only broken with 1+2. So Heihachi doesn't have a perfect throw game, even though he's got throws out of stance. So a couple of throws out of stance that are unbreakable. But that's it. So is your throw game decent? If you have a perfect throw game, or even if you just have a semi-perfect throw game, like, say you just have a 1 break and a 1+2 break. Everyone's got a 1+2 break throw, but does your character have a 1 break or just a 2 break throw? If that's the case, then you've already got a better throw game than Heihachi and Kazuya. Devil Jin has a perfect throw game, so there's something good for him. So stuff like that really matters for matches, so check out your throw game. Throws are very important, especially when so many people are spamming armor moves. Throws are basically the antithesis of armor moves. They're the answer to armor moves. You don't like getting your turn stolen all the fucking time? Well, that's fine. Throw them, and they can't break it. So it's a very great way to balance armor moves. Also, your pressure tools. So pressure tools are things that are going to allow you to build momentum. So jab is always a pressure tool. So for pressure tools, they need to be plus on block. They need to be momentum building moves, or if it's a low, if your pressure tool is a low, Heihachi doesn't really have one, because this is not a good low. It's 23 to 25 frames to impact, which means it's very reactable. Well, not very reactable, but people can see this, react to it, and then it's -18, which means every cast member gets a full launch and a full combo. So Heihachi dies for very little damage, considering how much he's risking his life. So that's not a momentum building low, even though it is +6 on hit. Everybody, Tekken God and above, is going to kill you for using this move. So no matter what character you're using, jab is always +1 on block. Heihachi's also got forward 4, which is +4 on block. Up forward 3-4, which is +4 on block. Fantastic move, because that means that my down forward 1 is now uninterruptible. So it's a momentum building move. Obviously, electric, +5 on block. But the thing with electric is that it has a lot of pushback. So I can just keep doing that at the wall, spamming electrics all day. See, but if someone's throwing electrics out like that, you have to just kind of respect that. You can either sidestep or you can duck it, but trying to throw out a move at that point, probably not a good idea, because you're going to get clipped by the electric. So if someone's doing that shit, you know, momentum building moves that are plus on block, those are moves you want. So check out those moves and abuse the fuck out of them, because those are your best moves. Your pressure tools are part of your poking kit, pretty much. They go hand in hand with all your pokes. You use your pressure tool to then engage your pokes. You use your pokes to then gain momentum around your opponent, which allow you to move a little easier since they're more recoverable typically on block. Pokes are pretty decent for that, so you open up your opponent with pokes, pressure tools, and obviously heat and throws. And if they decide to step you, you need to know your homing moves. So this shit is so valuable. Make sure you know this. Don't do back 3-3 because it's unsafe. But back 3 with Heihachi and up forward 4. This move especially, since it's 14 frames, is Heihachi's best, or it's quick. So it's fantastic for catching a stepping opponent who's just stepping you and not sidewalking you. If you see someone sidewalking you, or if you see them sidewalking you from a distance, then this is the move you want to go for. But if they're right in your face and they're doing tiny side steps, go for this. Everybody has a quick homing move. Everybody has a slow homing move. They all do different things and serve different purposes. So, but you do need to know your homing moves. How do you decipher a homing move? Well, you see the hit properties thing there? It's got that little whirly arrow thing. That means homing move. It tracks all the way around. And on top of that, on screen, you see the visual cue of that green swirly thing, whatever the fuck that is. The streaks, the green streaks. That represents homing move. Green streak, homing move. Very easy to identify that in Tekken 8. They never had that in previous Tekkens. So, we're in luck with that. So, what do we got? To sum everything up, how do we learn a new character? Step 1. Learn your punishment tools from standing, 10 frame, 12 frame, and 15 frame. And when you're first starting out, incorporate the 13 and 14 frames punishers once you've learned the character and you have more in-depth knowledge of the character. You've spent some time with them. And also learn your long-range punish no matter what. So your 10, 12, 15 frame, and long-range punish to start. And then the same thing for your while standing. 11 frame, everyone's got an 11 frame while standing 4. If you're lucky, you've got a 10 frame one like Lee with while standing 3. Some characters don't have anything else until 15 frames. So at that point, you're probably just going to want to learn your launcher from while standing. But in certain scenarios, you've got moves like Heihachi's while standing 1, which is 13 frames. Kazuya has twin pistons at 13 frames. Devil Jin has while standing 1 too. Reina has while standing 1 into Sentai, into whatever the fuck you want. So everyone's got some kind of a decent punish at 13 or 14 frames from while standing, depending on what character it is. Almost everyone anyways. So that's very important information to know. On top of that, you need to know combos. Make sure you know a combo with every launcher. Like I said, combos are pretty much copy and paste, so don't think you need to know like 50 different combos with every character. Just make sure you know a combo with each launcher of your character. And copy pasting is just fine. In fact, most combos are better off. You're better off just copy pasting combos for yourself because it's less information and it fucks you up in the brain a little bit less. At least it does for me. The fewer combos that I need to know with a character, the better. That's why I'm so happy that Heihachi has pretty much one combo for every launcher, and it translates just perfectly to every single launcher he does. And it makes it so easy to remember, and it's devastating every time you land a launcher. So it's fucking fantastic for that. If you have a character that's like that, then good for you. So combos, pokes, and heat tools, which include heat engagers, heat burst, the tools that are in heat and exclusive only to heat, and of course your heat smash, and combos from heat dash, follow-ups from heat dashes, things like that. So you need to know your heat tools. And then on top of that, the extras that I call them, the other important things that complete a character's package: your power crush tools, your throws, your pressure tools, and your homing moves. Once you've got all that information and you've taken, that's going to be about 15 moves-ish with the character that you're going to learn. You're going to probably need to know about 15, maybe 20 moves. So that really shortens the fucking move list down a fuck ton considering how many moves are in the move list. The only other moves you need to know are your combo filler moves. What goes in the combo, what goes after the tailspin, and what ends the combo. Like, those are different moves. You're not going to be using a lot of those moves that you use in combos in the neutral, but you need to know those moves for combos. Besides that, you only need to know like 20 moves for neutral, if that. Sometimes even less. Kazuya only needs to know like fucking 6 or 7. So, for his game plan, he only has like 6 or 7 moves. That's why so many people know the matchup for Kazuya. Regardless, with every character, it's not as daunting when you only need to know 20-ish moves. So, I hope this helps. I'm going to come at you guys in a little bit with a Heihachi tutorial video, because I've been spending a lot of time with this character. I fucking love Heihachi. He's always been my secondary after Kazuya, and I'm just glad to have him back finally. But yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope this helped. If you are wondering what's going on with certain things, like when it comes to my music, I have a side channel, another YouTube channel, that feel free to go and subscribe to. It's in the description in every single video I do, just so you know. So anybody who appreciates the music, I very much appreciate you. Thank you very much for supporting the tunes. But I get asked all the time, where's the music at? And it's always in the description. I've always got the channel there. So remember to check that out. Also, my Discord is in the description as well. So click the Discord link, join the Discord, come talk some shit, and you'll be notified of streams and other videos that are being posted all the time too. I hope that clears everything up. Thanks everybody. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, keep rocking out, and keep gaming.